mansion on the hill. It was out on Thunder Road, Tweeter at the wheel. They crashed into paradise, they could hear them tires squeal. The undercover cop pulled up and said, everyone is a liar. If you don't surrender now, it's gonna go down to the wire. And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. An ambulance rolled up, a straight trooper close behind. Tweeter took his gun away and messed up his mind. The undercover cop was left tied up to a tree near the souvenir stand by the old abandoned factory. Next day the undercover cop was a hot in pursuit. He was taking the whole thing personal, he didn't care about the loot. Janet told him many times it was you to me who taught that Jersey anything's legal as long as you don't get caught. And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. Undercover cop had cornered him, said, "Oh, you didn't think that this could last." Jan jumped up out of bed, said, "There's someplace I gotta go." She took a gun out of the drawer and said, "It's best if you don't know." The undercover cop was found face down in a field. The monkey man was on the river bridge using Tweeter as a shield. Jan said to the monkey man, "I'm not fooled by Tweeter's curl. I knew him long before he ever became a Jersey girl." And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell.
Okay. Right, with a bit of luck, we are back successfully. If you can't hear me, how are you supposed to let me know? I don't know. Anyway, right. What a start to the new year. Well, as I say, thank you for joining us. Last week's winners were him and her. We will be seeing about going to them with a prize question. Very first time winning. Sounds a bit him and her. I think, strictly speaking, a compound team last week. So well played then. We'll be coming to you with a, with a prize question in due course. In the meantime, it is round about time to get to question number 1. And it is, in the story of the Three Little Pigs, can you tell me what was the only house building material that could withstand the big bad wolf? Alright, it seems like changing networks has got everything running a bit more smoothly. My apologies for that. But we can go to question number 2 as well. And can you tell me which word, it is the French for again, is used to encourage or invite an extended performance at the end of a concert? And question 3 takes us to the first of our pictures for the day. And like all good people everywhere, possible exception of Andrew Tate, we are going green. Can you give me the first names or the mononyms of these 7 fictional characters? And I'll put question 4 up. Can you tell me what is the term, I should say, for a female deer? What is the term for a female deer? And question number 5. Can you tell me in which country is the most westerly point of mainland Europe? In which country is the most westerly point of mainland Europe? And question number 6. It's picture number 2, and we have some more Venn diagrams for you. 3 Venn puzzles. Can you tell me what could go in the intersection of these sets? Question number 7. Can you tell me what D is the fictional family living at 4 Privet Drive? A fictional family at 4 Privet Drive. Question number 8. Can you name for me 3 African countries whose common English names are exactly 4 letters in length? 3 African countries with 4-letter names. Question number 9 is another picture. Picture number 3. And we've got some Barbie dolls for you. Can you tell me the 5 careers assigned to these Barbie dolls? Question number 10. Can you tell me in the Winnie the Pooh stories what is the name of Rue's mother? In the Winnie the Pooh stories, what is the name of Rue's mother? And question number 11. In men's international football, who are the 2 all-time leading goal scorers for France? For a bonus point, can you tell me, I guess true or false, have they both won the English Premier League title? So true if they have, false if they haven't. That's who are the 2 all-time leading goal scorers for France, and have they both won the English Premier League title? Suppose you could go yes or no as well. Would that have been easier? I regret everything. And question number 12 is another picture question. It's picture number 4. We've got 6 films or franchises for you to name. 6 films or franchises. Can you identify them from these 6 pictures? And question number 13. Can you tell me which city hosted the 2022 Commonwealth Games? Which city hosted the 2022 Commonwealth Games? And question number 14. Oh, sorry, should have given you a picture. Question number 14 is picture 5. It's some predictive texts. This week, it's 2 extreme weather events. Can you work them out? And question number 15. Can you tell me which best-selling video game by Mojang Studios can be played in several modes that include survival and creative? Which best-selling video game can be played in modes including survival and creative? Question number 16. Can you tell me by what one-word term is the process of hydraulic fracturing better known? By what one-word term is the process of hydraulic fracturing better known? Question 17 is our penultimate picture for round 1. And it's some logo snippets. This week they are all to do with food. 5 logo snippets, 5 points available. Question number 18. For a brief period in September 2022, the UK Prime Minister had the same commonly used first name as the reigning UK monarch. But had this happened before? Yes or no? Had Britain, the UK, ever had a monarch and a Prime Minister with the same first name before? And the final picture of round one is picture number 7, and it's 4 people born in the same year. Can you name these 4 for me? And for a 5th point, tell me the year in which they were born. And our final question for round one. Question 20. Fibrin, possibly fibrin, is found in which bodily fluid? In what bodily fluid should you look for it? Or would you find fibrin? And that being the end of round one, I will give you a 6-minute window to complete your answers and make yourselves comfortable, get another drink, etc., etc., before we go to the music round. Keep an eye on the counter. I think it probably means that James. Oh, ignore me. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. If you haven't hit submit yet, well, it's time to get your answers in. And we're going to move on to the music round. As you well know by this point, the music round consists of 6 songs spanning the decades, from the 1960s all the way up to the 2010s. I'm going to play them for you. All you got to do is listen in and tell me the performing artist and the song title for each of the 6. I'll play them for you once, I'll give you a minute, and then I will play them for you again. If you were kind enough to give me an email address as designated marker, do remember to keep an eye out during the second playthrough, as God willing you will be getting a marking sheet link. But don't worry about that too much. Here we go. On with the music.
You gotta swing your hips now. Come on, baby. Jump up, jump back. Well, I think you got the night. Whoa, whoa. Now that you can do it, let's make a change now. Come on, baby.
When the day is dawning on a Texas Sunday morning, how I long to be there with Marie who's waiting for me there. Every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't as half as pretty as where my baby's at. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I've still commitments while I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand.
Tina's doing her dance. John's looking for romance. Paul's getting down on the floor while Helen's screaming out for more. Wanna see Bradley swing. Wanna see Rachel do her thing. Then we got Joe. She got the floor. Get ready, everybody, 'cause here we go.
I got, you got, we got everybody. I got the gift, gonna stick it in the goal. It's time to move your body. Babylon back in business. Can I get a witness? Every girl, every man. Houston, do you hear me? Ground control, can you feel me? Need permission to land.
South of the equator, navigator, gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
All right, let's have those songs one more time.
You gotta swing your hips now. Come on, baby. Jump up, jump back. Well, I think you got the night. Whoa, whoa. Now that you can do it, let's make a change now. Come on, baby.
When the day is dawning on a Texas Sunday morning, how I long to be there with Marie who's waiting for me there. Every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't as half as pretty as where my baby's at. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I feel commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand.
Tina's doing her dance. John's looking for romance. Paul's getting down on the floor while Helen's screaming out for more. Wanna see Bradley swing. Wanna see Rachel do her thing. Then we got Joe. She got the floor. Get ready, everybody, 'cause here we go.
I got, you got, we got everybody. I got the gift, gonna stick it in the goal. It's time to move your body. Babylon back in business. Can I get a witness? Every girl, every man. Houston, do you hear me? Ground control, can you feel me? Need permission to land.
We're south of the equator, navigator. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
All right then, you have had some time to get those answers down for the music. So, it is probably, all things considered, time to go on to the round one marking. You should have your marking links in your inbox, and let me know if you have any trouble. Let's see, well now that doesn't seem to have activated at all. So, what are you going to do? Oh no, okay, there we go. So, well, let me know if you haven't got answers on your sheet, but I'm going to start reading them out. Question 1 in the story of the Three Little Pigs. The only housing material that could withstand the big bad wolf was, of course, bricks. Bricks for a point there. Then question 2, which word the French for again is used to get an extra song at a gig? That is encore. Encore. Question 3, names or mononyms, first names or mononyms are. I have a missing answer reported. Let's look here. Okay, well, I have them all showing up, so maybe you just need to hit refresh if nothing's happened yet. Hopefully is that sorted itself out? Stop. There's, sounds a bit hippie. Any progress? Nothing. Start with nothing, end with nothing. Well, I believe. Are you saying that now? Am I being told that there's no answers or that there's no link? This is really what I need to know. What's the email address given here? Alrighty. I've just given you the link directly. Sorry about the emails. Certainly some people have come through. Maybe there was a typo in the email address, or maybe your email account thinks I'm spam. Rather rude of it. Looks okay to me. What you going to do? Alright, well, hopefully that is alright now, and I managed to give you the correct link number. So we had bricks for question 1, encore for question 2. We then had first names and mononyms. We were looking for Mike, was the guy from Monsters Inc. And then Luigi. Then Kermit. Then Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. Dipsy is the Teletubby. Fiona as in Princess Fiona. And Orville T. Duck. Mike, Luigi, Kermit, Gamora, Dipsy, Fiona, and Orville. Question number 4. We were looking for a female deer. That is a doe. We will, however, also accept a cow or a hind. Hind works. Question 5. The most westerly point of mainland Europe. It says maybe closer. Quite close between Spain and Portugal, but it is Portugal. Spain does hang over the top a little, but Portugal for the point. Then we have, from our Venn diagrams, where animal appendages meet lands, it's fin. Fin as in Finland, fin as in Finn. We then have body parts in French meets words that can go before piper. We were looking for pied or pied, P-I-E-D. Do you see? Same spelling, different word. And then finally, sitting, where things that go before bull meets names for the lounge. Pin, pied or pied, and sitting. Question 7. The family that lives at 6 Privet Drive is the Dursleys. The Dursleys. I'm afraid I'm not going to give anything for the Dudleys. Different gang. Dursleys. Dudley? Dursley? Are 3 African countries for question 8 with 4-letter names were Mali, Chad, and Togo. Mali, Chad, and Togo. Then question 9, our Barbie dolls had the occupations fashion designer, then presidential candidate, then now let's see, some people have put political candidate. Does that more or less fit? Now there's a D there. Political doesn't fit with a D. That's not just spelling. Got to sound it out. I'm afraid I'm not going to allow political candidate. I suppose half a point for political candidate, maybe. Presidential candidate is what we need. Then we had TV news anchor. Clearly you haven't watched Anchorman. And then paleontologist. And finally, entrepreneur. Fashion designer, presidential candidate, TV news anchor, paleontologist, and entrepreneur. You know the problem with the French? No word for entrepreneur. Now, question 6. Rue's mother is called Kanga, of course. Question 6, sorry. Don't know where I'm gathering that from at all. For that should have been question number 10. Then 11 in the men's internationals, the 2 top scorers for France are Thierry Henry and Olivier Giroud. No, for the third point, no, they haven't both won. Olivier Giroud never won the Premier League. Question 6, films and franchises. I've never heard of a couple of these. I've certainly never heard of The Bad Guys or Ron's Gone Wrong. The Bad Guys, then Ron's Gone Wrong. Sonic the Hedgehog may be a little easier. The Boss Baby. The Secret Life of Pets, and Disenchanted. I guess Enchanted is fine for the franchise there as well. The Bad Guys, Ron's Gone Wrong, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Secret Life of Pets. The Boss Baby, then The Secret Life of Pets, and then Disenchanted. Question 13. The city that hosted the 2022 Commonwealth Games was Birmingham. Birmingham for a point. Then question 14. Our predictive text, we were looking for hurricane and blizzard. Question 15. The Mojang Studios game that can be played in survival and creative mode is Minecraft. Minecraft. And then hydraulic fracturing is normally abbreviated to fracking. Our food logos, 5 of them, were Nando's, then Wagamama, Pizza Hut, KFC, or Kentucky Fried Chicken if you're being old-fashioned, and Taco Bell. Nando's, Wagamama, Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell. Question 18. Has the UK Prime Minister ever had the same name as the reigning monarch? The answer is yes. It's happened 4 times, in fact. Question 7. 4 people and a year of their birth. We were looking for Celine Dion, Lee Mack, Josh Brolin, and Terry Crews. Celine Dion, Lee Mack, Josh Brolin, and Terry Crews, and they were all born in 1968. Give a point for anything between 67 and 69. And finally, question 20. Fibrin is found in the blood. Blood for the last point. Alright. We will come back to the music round answers in a little while. In the meantime, let us put some round 2 questions up. Here we go. Round 2, question number 1. It's an anagram. Can you, for me, rearrange the letters of Gentle Crash to find the name of a children's TV program? Gentle Crash. Gentle T-L-E-C-R-A-S-H. Gentle Crash. We're looking for a kids' TV show. All right, you can keep thinking on the anagram. I'm going to give you question 2 anyway. Can you tell me what type of fizzy drink is the brand Old Jamaica best known for? What type of fizzy drink is the brand Old Jamaica best known for? Question number 3 takes us to another picture. Picture 8, we have got some phrases including neck. And can you work out what all of these are? Alrighty, on we go. Question number 4. Can you tell me which country has the highest population of native Portuguese speakers? Which country has the highest population of native Portuguese speakers? Question number 5. How many vowels are there in the middle row of a standard QWERTY keyboard? Probably easier in an online quiz than in a pub quiz, but so it goes. How many vowels are there in the middle row of a standard QWERTY keyboard? And question number 6 takes us to our second picture of the round. It is the crowning glory. Can you name these 6 characters? They're all real people being played by someone else. Name these 6 people. And question number 7. Can you tell me who won the 1990 Nobel Peace Prize while serving as the first and only president of the Soviet Union? Who won the 1990 Nobel Peace Prize while serving as the first and only president of the Soviet Union? And question number 8 is, of course, an audio question. It's more mystery voices for you. All you've got to do is listen in to the voices. Tell me who the people are. 3 voices, 3 names, 3 points available. I'll play them to you a couple of times. Here we go.
Number 1.
In Barcelona, to understand what it's like there, it's so much bigger than anything here. In the set, and we think like we have all these shows and stuff. In Barcelona, they have 2 daily newspapers just on Barcelona Football Club, basically.
Number 2.
No, it just means that, it's the saying, I am always, that's our slang way of saying, we'd be like, I'll be doing such and such and such. Which really, it's like, I am always in the trap. Now, the trap, ladies and gentlemen, relates to anywhere that you get your money.
Number 3.
And I walked in just in time to see a room full of people singing Don't Look Back in Anger. And it just shook me. It changed me. And it changed the way I think that we wrote songs, and that sort of fed into it. And so I feel like Mr. Brightside is some sort of answer to that song somehow.
Alrighty, I'm just going to throw in a scores update before we hear that again, seeing as I haven't given you one yet. After 1 round, the teams are spread as follows. In 4th place, the One and Cut Only on 34 points. In 3rd place, Him and Her, Broken Apart, from sounds a bit hippie, on 37. In second place, the Footlings on 43. And Sounds a Bit Hippie, back in independent standing, are in the lead on 47. But everything to play for through round 2. And here's those mystery voices one more time.
Number 1.
In Barcelona, to understand what it's like there, it's so much bigger than anything here in the set. And we think like, man, everyone, we have all these shows and stuff. In Barcelona, they have 2 daily newspapers just on Barcelona Football Club, basically.
Number 2.
No. It just means that, it's the saying, I am always. That's our slang way of saying, we'd be like, I'll be doing such and such and such. Which really is like, I am always in the trap. Now, the trap, ladies and gentlemen, relates to anywhere that you get your money.
Number 3.
And I walked in just in time to see a room full of people singing Don't Look Back in Anger. And it just shook me. It changed me. And it changed the way I think that we wrote songs, and that sort of fed into it. And so I feel like Mr. Brightside is some sort of answer to that song somehow.
And question number 9. Can you tell me which branch of mathematics derives its name from the ancient Greek words for triangle and to measure? Which branch of mathematics derives its name from the ancient Greek words for triangle and to measure? And question 10 takes us, as it always does, to picture number 10. And we have some popular sports for you. Can you tell me the 5 missing sports from this characterization of the most popular sports in the world? Label your answers A to E. It's not those sports begin with the letters A to E. Just so you get the correct ones. 5 points available. Alrighty, it is time now to go for a prize question for next week's winners. That would be preemptive. For the winners from last time, him and her. Strictly sounds a bit him and her. So I'm giving this to him and her because they had their first victory, albeit a combined one. It sounds a bit hippie. If you want to text an answer over, well, you can try and get in time to help if you know the answer. The question then, this is just for him and her. I'm also going to be texting it along so that you get it in good time. Can you tell me in which decade of the 19th century was the Clifton Suspension Bridge completed? In which decade of the 19th century was the Clifton Suspension Bridge completed? Alrighty, the little dots are bouncing. There's an answer coming. The answer given was the 1890s. I am afraid what I was looking for was the 1860s. Only 30 years out. Bad luck. Bad luck next time. And I'm sure there'll be a next time. Okie dokie. For everyone else, it is time to go to question number 11. And for question number 11, I'm asking you, what is the 3-letter code for the biggest international airport serving Paris in France? Looking not for the name of the airport, but the 3-letter code for the biggest international airport serving Paris in France. Question 12 takes us on to another picture, picture number 11. And we're looking for a common prefix for each of these groups of 3 things. Question number 13 now. In which sport did the 13-year-old Sky Brown win an Olympic bronze medal at Tokyo 2020? In which sport did 13-year-old Sky Brown win a bronze medal at Tokyo 2020? Question number 14. Got 14, 14, 14. I feel like 14 is going to be an audio question. This week, it's not mashups. We've got some TV themes for you. Can you tell me 3 TV programs based on these 3 theme tunes?
Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3.
Alrighty, that is as good a moment as any. To latch, it isn't. I want to do the music round marking, but the music rounds do not seem to be populating, so let me bash the tubes with a hammer for a minute, and in the meantime we will go to question number 15. Question 15 takes us to picture 12 and some paraphrased football words. Can you work out all 7 of these? Question number 16. On a clock face, how many degrees does a minute hand go through in 60 seconds? On a clock face, how many degrees does a minute hand go through in 60 seconds? Alright, so we can go to the music round marking, hopefully. Eyes down looking. Hit refresh on your answer sheets if you need to. F5 if you want the shortcut. Unless you're on an iPad, in which case, God help you. And in the 1960s, the song that we heard was The Locomotion. And the artist was Little Eva. Little Eva. Now on to the 70s. The song was, brackets, is this the way to, close brackets, Amarillo? So I'll give you the point for Amarillo, or is this the way to Amarillo? Road to Amarillo, I'm afraid I'm giving half a point for. There ain't no road. And that's Tony Christie for the artist. Into the 80s, it was only a matter of time before I rickrolled you. It's Never Gonna Give You Up. That is, of course, Rick Astley. Bless, Cato does not understand the power of the rickroll. He's missed out. Into the 90s, the song Sclub Party and the band Sclub 7. That is Sclub Party by Sclub 7. Pretty sure that's how you say it. Into the 2000s, the song Rock DJ. Not someone who would be playing any Robbie Williams, of course. Robbie Williams, though, is the artist. Rock DJ by Robbie Williams. And we finish with Shotgun is the song by George Ezra. Riding Shotgun, I'm afraid half a point. I really don't know how it goes, but I am told the title is just Shotgun. So half a point for Riding Shotgun. Those again one more time. The Locomotion by Little Eva. Is This the Way to Amarillo by Tony Christie. Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. S Club Party by S Club 7. Rock DJ by Robbie Williams. And Shotgun by George Ezra. And I'll give you question 17, which is missing vowels, picture 13. We're looking for... What are we looking for? This is a new one to me. I haven't checked it out yet. Ha! British English plus US English. So I guess a British term followed by its American equivalent with vowels and gaps removed. Question number 18. In a Rossini opera that is set in Spain, what is the occupation of Figaro, the title character? In a Rossini opera set in Spain, what is the occupation of Figaro? Figaro. And it seems likely that I was on mute when I said that last bit, so let's say it again. For question 19, we go to our final picture of this week's quiz, and it's 6 little vignettes of life as a queen. Can you tell me the year in which each of these things happened? Labelling them A to F so we know which one was which. And our final question for round number 2. Question number 20. According to the Oxford English Corpus, what B is the longest word on the list of the 100 most common words written in English, coming in at 7 letters long? What B is the longest word of the 100 most common words written in English? Alright, I'll give you a couple of minutes to finish off those answers, then we're going to the wipeout round. I'm told that the letter on question 20 might have been a little difficult to read on the smaller screen. It was B. What B is the longest word in the most common words written in English? Alrighty then. That is wipeout time. Time to finalise your answers for round 2 and click through to the wipeout sheet. Before we do that, I'll give you a quick scores update. Suffering from a lack of Rick-rolling appreciation, One and Katonley has slipped a little further behind on 38, Him and Her did just fine on the music round, but are still in third on 46, 6.5 points behind the Footlins, who have 52.5, but they're now 5 points behind, sounds a bit hippie to me, on 57.5. You all know the score for the Wipeout round. The last letter of each answer becomes the first letter of the following answer. 2 bonus points if you get it all right, but lose all of your Wipeout points if you get any of these Wipeout questions wrong. Here we go. Wipeout question number 1 isn't on the screen. Wipeout question number 1. Which element in the periodic table comes last alphabetically? Which element in the periodic table comes last alphabetically? Wipeout question number 2. The Kapa Haka are the traditional performing arts of which Polynesian people? The Kapa Haka are the traditional performing arts of which Polynesian people? Wipeout question number 3. Who played adult Elsa in the 2013 Disney classic Frozen? Who played adult Elsa in Frozen? Wipeout question number 4. Can you tell me what surname links an Englishman famous for his nonsense poetry and an American who founded an aircraft company? An Englishman with nonsense poetry and an American with an aircraft company. Wipeout question number 5. Which mathematics graduate and TV presenter married her Strictly Come Dancing partner in 2019? Which mathematics graduate and TV presenter married her Strictly Come Dancing partner in 2019? And finally, for this week's first quiz of 2023, Wipeout question 6. What name is shared by a bicycle manufacturer, a model of car made by Skoda, and by a Nepalese airline? A name shared by a bicycle, a Skoda, and a Nepalese airline. I'll give you 2 minutes to finalise those answers, and then we'll come back for the round 2 marking. Alrighty, if you haven't hit submit yet, it's time to do so. 4, we need to get our marking done and move on with our lives. Looking at all of the collective that is Sounds a Bit Him and Her. With apologies if you've hit submit and it's just taking a moment to come through. Sounds a bit hippie, we're just waiting on you now. Chip chop. Alrighty, we have our answers in, so hopefully they have populated for you. Do just hit refresh if you need to on the browser, that should do it. And here we go. So, Gentle Crash was the Clangers. The Clangers, well done, if you worked it out. Question 2, Jamaica. Old Jamaica makes ginger beer. Then our neck phrases were pain in the neck, breathing down your neck, neck and neck, and stick your neck out. The country with the highest population of native Portuguese speakers is Brazil. And then, question 5. The number of vowels on the middle row of the QWERTY keyboard is 1. Question 6. Picture number 9. We had 6 real people portrayed in The Crown. And they were John Major, then Camilla Parker Bowles, then Prince Philip, Jackie Kennedy of NASA, according to this answer. I don't think she ever worked with the space program, but maybe I'm wrong. Jackie Kennedy, of course not. Then we had Martin Bashir, and finally Princess Margaret. John Major, Camilla Parker Bowles, Prince Philip, Jackie Kennedy, Martin Bashir, and Princess Margaret. 5 points. The first president of the Soviet Union, a Peace Prize winner, and no doubt irritated by the way the whole thing has turned out. It's Mikhail Gorbachev. And then our mystery voices were Gary Lineker, and Nicki Minaj, and Brandon Flowers. What a good name, Brandon Flowers. The branch of mathematics from triangles and measurement is trigonometry. Then we had some missing sports, and they were either labelled A to E or just in order. A is for ice hockey. B is American football. C is cricket. D is Aussie rules football. And E is rugby. We're not asking you to specify league or union. Rugby will do. Question 11. Charles de Gaulle Airport is abbreviated CDG. Then question number 12. The prefixes we were after were street, then sky, then water, then high. Question 13. 13-year-old Sky Brown won an Olympic bronze medal at Tokyo 2020 in heavyweight boxing. I'm mistaken. It was in fact skateboarding. Skateboarding is the answer there. Then question 14. 3 TV themes, and they were Game of Thrones. Allegedly Game of Thrones / House of the Dragon, although I'm almost certain that House of the Dragon has a different tune. But how am I to argue with what it says? Then we had Sherlock. And finally, it was Good Omens. Is the second season of that out yet? Game of Thrones, Sherlock, and Good Omens. Question 15. Football words. We had Premiership. Then penalty, then nutmeg, then showboat, shootout, crossbar, and mascot. Those again. Premiership, penalty, nutmeg, showboat, shootout, crossbar, and mascot. Question 16. There are 6 degrees in the transit of the minute hand in 60 seconds. 6 for the point. Then our Americanisms, 4 points for these, so 1 for each pair. First point for lift elevator. Second point for give way yield. Third is estate station wagon. And the fourth for interval intermission. Question 18. There's again. Lift elevator. Then give way yield. Then estate station wagon. Then interval intermission. 18. Figaro is the barber of Seville. Hairdresser would also be acceptable. Then question 19. Some Queen years. Everyone likes a Queen year. And we were looking for 2020 with, what was that? Major Tom? Captain Tom? Should have made him a general. Then 2011. What was that? The Royal Wedding or something? Then we had 1969 for whatever was going on there. Then we had 2012. What was happening in 2012? Was it important? 2012. Oh, Daniel Craig for the Olympics, of course. What a long time ago that was. Then 1947 for, what was that, the coronation? Or even before the coronation? Losing track now. Marrying Prince Philip. And finally, 1953 was the coronation. 2020, 2011, 1969, 2012, 1947, and 1953. And finally, the B word that is the longest on the most common 100 in English is because. Why? I couldn't tell you. Because. Alrighty. Onwards, downwards, and across we go to the wipeout round. The last element alphabetically is zirconium. Zirconium. The Kappa Haka are performed by the Maori people. Maori for a point. Elsa in Frozen I'm afraid it's not Isla Fisher. It is not even Amy Adams. It is Idina Menzel. Idina Menzel. And then the Jet and the Nonsense were Lear. Lear. Then the mathematician come Strictly Dancer is Rachel Riley. And the bicycle manufacturer, car and airline are called Yeti. Yeti for the point. As ever, if your team has wiped out, do a mark that they did. Well, it's all jolly exciting. 4. I can tell you our leaders wiped out there. So it's going to be pretty jolly exciting seeing whether they managed to take it nevertheless or whether they've been overtaken as the points come in. Come. All right, I can see marking happening in real time. It's all jolly exciting here in the back end. Okay, well, that looks like it's all come through. So, I can tell you, fighting manfully along on his own, in 4th place, with a, let's be honest, difficult round 2 and worse wipeout, it is the one in Katona. Good effort, but only 66 points there. Fair play, though. In 3rd place, with a decent round 2 and 5 points in the wipeout, on 94, it is him and her not defending their title. That means it's between the Footlins and sounds a bit hippie to me. Well, I can tell you, sounds a bit hippie to me beat the Footlins in round 1. They beat the Footlins in round 2 and they beat the Footlins in the music round. But they wiped out and they have ended up in 2nd place on 104.5. And that means with a full 8 points on the wipeout, and a total of 105.5. The Footlins have chalked up another victory. Well played, team. And thank you to all of you for keeping on joining us after so very long since Quizcazoatl started. We will be back with you in another 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, keep yourself safe, wear a mask if you've got a cough, and enjoy the winter. And let us know when your New Year's resolutions fail. TTFN.